What is up, y'all? So, man. So, if you saw my last video, shout out to you. I'm here to clarify because my video had got cut off because my alarm went off. That's the reason why it ended so abruptly. So, I have to talk about something that's lingering in my mind that I said. It's the fact that I love men unconditionally. Like, I don't know what it is about men, specifically black men. I just got a cooler sweet spot for. Cause I've noticed the the bonds I have with, I say, my father, my brothers, my guy friends. Like, I could never really have that with women. What is this? I'm sorry, but I had to check. But I can never really have that with women. Like, some women just I guess that's because I be that way sometimes too, but I don't know. Like, some women just But with me, it's so much easier. So it's like, I truly love men unconditionally. But in me saying that, I had to learn the lesson on clear boundaries, because it's like, us as humans, we're only gonna do what's allowed, to sort of say. So it's like, if you don't set boundaries, if you just go with the flow and just allow things to be what they are, eventually the lack of boundaries catch up, and then now you're stuck in an environment that you created from your lack of boundaries. And us as people, we are habitual beings, so we can't really see clearly of a situation, because it's like, I've been doing this, but it's like, when you first did it, I didn't like it. When you did it again, I didn't like it. I may have said something, I may have hinted at it, but I didn't set that clear boundary. And my relationship with men, it really taught me that. Like, knowing when to speak up. Like, my pops, he always say, a closed mouth don't get fed. And that's real. Like, and it's the same thing with your boundaries. Like, you have to be firm in your position, because if you don't, you allow people to play in your face. And the key part about that is you're allowing it. So it's like, you can't just keep complaining about why something isn't what it is, or why it's this, why it's like this, but it's like, you're allowing it. You know in your head, like, there's something about it ain't right. You know in your head that you want to say no. You know in your head that you got that weird feeling. Speak up and say it. Don't just allow things to be what they are because you're used to it being like that. No. If you know that it's gonna be detrimental to your mental health later, speak up and say something now, so that if it ever happens again, you have that thought of, I said this already. We had this conversation already. It's actually a lesson I learned in my last relationship. Like, I really had to have the same conversation with him over and over again. But it's like, but what I had to learn is I was setting my boundary, but he was disrespecting my boundary consistently. And I was also allowing him to stay, even though he's consistently disrespecting my boundaries. So it's like, learning boundaries, like being able to stand on boundaries and do what you do, like, it's a hard process. Like, healing is a hard process. Like, it's not meant for the weak. That's why I ain't gonna lie, that's why a lot of people choose suicide, because healing and actually dealing with these things, like healing the demons that you carry around, because we all carry around demons. And if you don't, baby, you should go look in the mirror and listen to the things that you say about yourself, or listen to the things that you say about other people, because we all carry some kind of demon around on us. Some people's is more healed than others. Like, some people got more experience in this area, but the people like me that live where I live, that's been where I've been, you already know what's up. And I was listening to this. I mean, I'm not listening, but I was reading this in this book I'm reading. It has 77 stories, so I'm gonna be talking about this a lot until I get to the end. I don't know which story I'm on though, but in the story, the lady, she kind of dreaded growing old, like the actual act of growing old, because it's kind of mundane, like being a person where you was depressed your whole childhood and you wasted a lot of your teenage years making sense of the world. And now you're in your young adult years being in the world. It's kind of tough, I understand, but I can only imagine how it is from someone else's perspective when they have kids, when they have to deal with more than what I had to deal with. So it's like, I understand her perspective when she was saying like growing old. Like, it was something she said specifically. Hold on. Oh, she was saying like time, not to mention gravity, was rapidly taking its toll. It didn't seem fair, and at least my husband Joe seemed to age like fine wine, growing better all the time. But the reason I brought that up is because she basically was comparing herself to her man, which he loves her unconditionally. He has, but it's like the way that she loved herself is not unconditionally, because she's so caught up in the things that she can't control. Like, if you're growing older, you can't control that. How present you are in life, you can control that. How you appreciate your life, you can control that. But it's like comparing yourself to other people, especially other people that you love, it's that ruins the relationships, because it's like she that's how she, like, mind you, it's chocolate for the women's soul. So it's just her inner thoughts. It's how she was feeling on the inside. It's her birthday. It's how she was feeling. But that's not how he felt, because when she least expected, because what she was expecting was they was gonna put 40 candles on the birthday cake, or like do something to show her age or whatever. She didn't expect that her husband got her 40 roses and had it in the trunk of her car. So when he opened the trunk, the roses just showed that she just, her heart melted. Because like, when you think about it, I'm 24. 24 roses would be cool. They look very pretty. But 40 roses when I turn 40, it'd be like, damn. That'll do something to it. So it's like, you can't, a lot of times you have to look at things as they are. And that first starts with yourself. Like, when I say I love me unconditionally, it's because I love me unconditionally. I am a woman. I have my feminine energy and I have my masculine energy. Shout out to the feminine energy. I got a tattoo. I just got this. It's a queen chess piece, and it symbolizes feminine energy, so that I remember to trust in my inner knowing no matter what. But anyways, we have feminine energy and we have masculine energy, and all of it is meant to teach us something, help us stay aware. But it was this specific thing that I told my mentor, and I was talking to my tattoo therapist. Shout out to Zavi. But and Victoria. But something I said to them is, we have our feminine and our masculine energy. So going to the chess. Ooh, I actually do. Wait, haha. See, talk about cliffhangers. If you want me to finish the rest of the story, you gotta watch my next video, because I'm putting this conversation in another video. Peace and love.